Time is 10:18 a.m. Good morning. The news headline: History to repeat itself. Check out what Igbo traditional rulers did to Buhari in Ebonyi state that may likely repeat itself in the visit of Muhammadu Buhari in Imo State. Being September 9, 2021, the day all is in place for President Muhammadu Buhari's travel to the southeast area, namely Imo State, as announced by the state's governor, Governor Uzodinma. The governor also intimated that President Buhari would commission some of the Uzodinma's administration projects. Despite the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB sit-at-home command, it is arguable that security in the state and its environment has been tightened for the president's safety in the event of an unforeseen circumstances. Imo has been simmering with the operations of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra and ESN for the past few months, and the state is also their operational base. The state government, on the other hand, is thought to have made preparations for this day. This is because the president's life is the most important, and if anyone or anything is seen as a threat, security personnel will act without hesitation. As a result, the indigenous people of Biafra should stay away and be warned. President Muhammadu Buhari, in fact, will be warmly welcomed by the Indigo from the airport to the Douglas home. Surprisingly, the Igbo are famed for their friendliness. Without a doubt, this is President Muhammadu Buhari's first visit to the region since winning re-election to his second term in 2019, and his visit to Imo on the second hand is seen as strategic because of the influence it will have in the state. Some in the southeast believe that President Muhammadu Buhari's administration has not done enough for the region. They said that without the federal government's involvement, the region had been ignored and marginalized for many years. Others believe that the APC-led government has done everything possible to help the region, and some have instructed the president not to disappoint them. They believe that the ongoing projects in the region, such as the second Niger Bridge, which is scheduled to open in 2022, as well as several road construction projects approval for some federal government higher education institutions and other life-changing projects, are sufficient reasons to appreciate and welcome President to the region. And this is a write-up of what traditional rulers did to Buhari in Ebonyi State during a historical visit. Meanwhile, as the president visits the region, one may recall how the president was greeted by traditional rulers in Ebonyi State when he visited the region a few years ago. The Indigo and traditional rulers in Imo State would almost certainly do the same thing today. What exactly did they do? An inquiring mind would inquire. In this regard, the purpose of this article is to examine why this might happen in Imo. The president was given the traditional title of Inyoma I, which means good friend of Ebonyi, by the state's traditional rulers council during one of his visits to commission several projects in Ebonyi State in 2017. The president was also given the title of Uchi Oha Indigo, the traditional rulers of the southeast, which means leader of all in Igbo land. This was revealed in a story published by The Cable. Why such thing may repeat itself today? President Muhammadu Buhari had recently made an effort to ensure that the 36 states of the Federation receive a fair share of the APC Buhari's administration, and it is questionable to argue that the southeast region, like every other region, has profited from this administration, and the Ohanize Indigo and the traditional rulers may utilize this chance to bestow another chieftaincy title on the president in recognition of all he has done for the region region in comparison to prior administration, and this would be in honor of his contributions to the region and Nigeria as a whole, despite the fact that some believe his visit has a political undertone. What chance does that have of being true? Again, the Igbo are warm and welcoming. This is another reason why the president might be given a new title to make him feel more comfortable and welcome, and to demonstrate that the Igbo love him and his administration, despite accusations of nepotism. The PDP and the current administration have failed the Southeasterners miserably. There is no international airport, no seaport, and no trains, despite the fact that they are Nigeria's most modernized and traveled ethnic group. The president betrayed the majority of those who had previously backed him. This is not, however, his justification to be obnoxious. When the president comes to town today, violence of any type must be avoided. And this was the analysis given by a writer that the Igbo traditional rulers might actually, do what was done in Ebonyi State at Buhari's visit some years back. Subsequent to the visit that will be happening on September 9, 2021, amidst the arguable sit-at-home command by the indigenous people of Biafra that they should sit at home and not welcome President Muhammadu Buhari. However, it is quite known that the security of the state today, September 9, 2021, will actually be tight, because the president's safety is very, very important, and to avoid unforeseen circumstances, every nook and cranny of Imo State today will be heavily guarded and tightened with security agencies, because Imo has been simmering with operations of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra and also the Eastern Security Network for the past few months, and the state has actually been the operational base of the indigenous people of Biafra, ably led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is actually in detention. And what this writer is actually referring to is that with respect to this visit by President Muhammadu Buhari today, they might actually want to do the same thing that was done in Ebonyi State during the historical visit of President Muhammadu Buhari, where he was given a chieftaincy titled known as Ochi, Ochi Indigbo, Oha Indigbo, which actually means leader of all, and then they even give him another one known to be a friend of Igbo. So the Imo State today might actually want to do the same thing, so as to bring about a feeling that President Muhammadu Buhari is most welcome in the country, and would actually do a whole lot of benefit for the people of Indigo, as other past governments had not done the needful to make sure that life is convenient for those residents of the Indigo land.